Calling someone skinny or dumb is not funny, but there's a simple way to make it funny, simply by saying it without saying it. And that's what we're covering today in this episode of Ask the Joke Doctor. Hey, Jerry Corley here, standupcomedyclinic.com with another episode of Ask the Joke Doctor. In this episode, we're talking about how to tell a joke by saying it without saying it. It's not often that I get stumped, but this happened the other day. My 11-year-old daughter came to me and she said, "Dad, how do you tell a joke?" I've been doing this stand-up thing for about 34 years. I've been teaching it for about 14. I wrote a book, for crying out loud, Breaking Comedy's DNA, one of the best books on breaking down comedy and understanding how to use it. But for an instant there, I was stumped. How do I tell an 11-year-old how to tell a joke in a simple way? So I said this. I said, "Tell me I look old without saying, 'Dad, you look old.'" And you know what she said? She said, "Dad, you don't look old. You look like Father Time did karate on your face." So what did we learn with that? We learned that you can tell somebody an insult. You can say an insult. You can use a descriptor to describe somebody. And if you say it without saying it, you can get a laugh. The reason it gets a laugh is because that's called comedic irony. You can use those as self-deprecation devices, insults. You can use them in storytelling. And I'm going to show you how to take these simple things and learn to get them to be funny just by using this technique of saying it without saying it. I'm going to list some descriptors. And then what you do is you take these descriptors and then say them without saying them. One way to help you to get going on this is to use the phrase, "I'm not saying he or she is blank, but..." And this is a tool to get you started. You don't have to use this tool in the story you're going to tell, and I'll show you how to evolve it into storytelling and where it's just conversational in a second. If you enjoy the content that I put up on this channel, be sure to comment, like, and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell so that you get reminders every time I upload a brand new video here on Ask the Joke Doctor. So let's get back to saying it without saying it. Here's an example. Take one of these descriptors and then say it without saying it. For example, you can say, "I'm not saying he's lazy, but his favorite sex position is a nap." You want to call somebody a bastard? Just say, "Next time bring your parents around and I'll call a priest so he can marry them." I'm not saying she drinks too much, but when she cooks, she uses wine, and sometimes she even puts it in the food. You could even use this technique for self-deprecation material. "I'm not saying I'm fat. Doctors call it morbidly obese." You can also go beyond the one-word descriptors and move on to storytelling. Like, "I'm not saying he lives in a trailer, but he pays his mortgage at the DMV." And it's like, "Dude, I've seen your house and I love what you've done with the Michelins." If he was in an episode of Cops, he'd be like, "Sir, step down from that milk crate." He'd be like, "Milk crate? Shit, that's my porch." So you can see how you could take it and build on it, right? Build it to the top. Once you have these ideas, you can finesse them and finesse out that sort of obvious structure of, "I'm not saying he's blank, but," by couching it in a story. That's a really cool technique to use. Like, for example, I was sitting there having a glass of wine with my wife, and we were talking about past relationships. And she said, "Tell me about one of your girlfriends." I said, "Oh, there's this one girl I dated. She, she's dumb, man. She thought capitalism was texting in uppercase." And my wife said, "That mustn't have lasted very long." I said, 6 years. She was hot. She goes, "Oh, she couldn't have been that hot." I go, "She was so hot that every time she just said my name, my dick got harder than math." So you see, we use the technique twice by saying it without saying it. So it's a very simple way to up the stakes and make it very visual. There's an old saying, the better the imagery, the better the humor. So instead of saying it, I was sort of describing it. You see how that works? So the next time somebody says, "Tell me a joke," just say it without saying it. And remember, on this channel, I have a lot of videos that give away a lot of cool comedy tips for free. If you like it, subscribe, share with your friends, leave a comment. And if you want more information for my upcoming live courses or my live performances, There's a link for my email list in the description box below. Check that out, and we'll be in touch. In the meantime, practice. You see the list that I gave you for the descriptors. I hope this video brought value to your day and helps you to become a better comedian. I'll see you guys in the next video. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.